or something here, so you're having a hard time like taking it behind his back. So what we're going to do is we're going to push it up as far north as we can. The hand that's on his wrist is going to release, and it's going to shoot underneath and grab the the tricep. And I'm grabbing my own bicep. It's very similar to like a rear naked choke. This is kind of uncomfortable on his forearm and bicep tendon right here. However, it's not the best bicep slicer because I'm using a smaller bone. Freeze real quick. And generally, like with tendon separations, you're trying to get it actually right there in the joint. That's where he's going to feel it. So I can't quite make that position, but nevertheless, it's still very uncomfortable. And the value of it mainly is he can't straighten his arm out anymore. Go ahead and straighten. It's totally stuck, okay? Whereas sometimes when you're in the Kimura here, you get a strong guy and he'll straighten that arm out and you have to kind of change your hold. Now we have the ones that you guys just trained, but you kind of lost sight of the one you're originally hunting for. So we're shoving it in here, coming underneath and grabbing. And now first we're just going to test and see if he can extend his arm. He should have a real hard time extending it, okay? So the more that his wrist is glued to his armpit and shoulder, the better the result is going to be for me in the end, okay? Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk around and I'm going to put my hip right here on his shoulder so that he can't really turn into me at this point. It's totally stuck. And it turns into like a shorter version of the Kimura. Look here. You feel it? Yep. Right like that. Okay. If I don't put my hip on his shoulder, he'll be able to take pressure off here. It doesn't hurt as bad, does it? So I'm trying to immobilize the shoulder here with my hip bone, and then I'm driving with this foot into the ground, raising his elbow up. And there we have it. So I'm in this position. I feel like he's got a good grip here. I'm having a hard time with him. So I'm just going to, since he wants to be here, I'm just going to let him stay there, okay? Slide underneath. So you guys see that? The hand was grabbing here. Slides under and grabs my own tricep, and I sink into my bicep right here. And I'm trying to squeeze his wrist into his body as close to his armpit as possible. Test and see if you can straighten. Can't straighten. I walk over, glue my hip to the shoulder, and then I lift. And that's going to cause Kimura. All right.